Are they ever gonna stop making Fast and Furious movies? I don't think so. This is already number 10 in the franchise. Why even? Hey guys, I'm Jay Mera and welcome to another movie review. And this movie review is about the new Fast and Furious movie, Fast X, or Fast and Furious 10. Yeah, that's right. We are already at the 10th installment in this franchise. When the first movie came out, I never expected it to last this long, but it did. And yeah, I actually thought after number 7 they were gonna stop. Certainly when Paul Walker passed away, I thought this is the end of the franchise, but no. They decided to make more Fast and Furious movies and they are still making them for some reason. And after the 7th movie, all these Fast and Furious movies really feel unneeded. They should not really exist for me. They are not the same as before number 7. And this 10th movie, Fast X, is no exception. As you can tell, I'm not really that enthusiastic about this movie. It also feels really unneeded. But let's talk about it anyways. So this 10th Fast and Furious movie is directed by, what is his name? Louis Leterrier. A director I do not really know about. Don't know what his other movies are. I'm not familiar with him. And the movie stars obviously Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez, but also Tyrese Gibson is back. We also have John Cena again, and Jason Momoa as the villain of this movie. And of course a lot more cast members in this movie. This movie has really a big cast. What is the movie about? Well, yeah, it ties a bit with Fast 5. So in Fast 5, Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor, they did this heist in Rio de Janeiro, where they took all the money of this, Brazilian villain, Reyes, and now his son, Dante Reyes, that is played by Jason Momoa, wants revenge and he wants to let Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel, he wants him to suffer. And that's actually what this movie is about. Dante Reyes who wants Dom Toretto to suffer. That's the plot of this movie. And like I said in my little intro, I'm not really enthusiastic about this movie. I actually felt disappointed by the movie, so I'm not gonna say that I'm a fan. Not at all actually. So, having said that, I actually have not much positive to say about this movie. Nonetheless, I have still a few points of positive to say. The biggest positive I can give is that the movie has a lot of plot lines. Not all the plot lines are that interesting, but the plot line I was mostly enjoyed by was the plot line of Uncle Jacob that is played by John Cena, and Little B, so the son of Dom. That plot line was actually very interesting. I actually like to see John Cena in this movie. He always plays this kind of funny guy. I don't know if it's intentionally or not, but it comes over like that. And his plot line where he has to take care of Little B while Dangerous is closing down is very interesting. I think that was executed very well in this movie. Also, the plotline around Dominic Toretto, the journey Dom has to take on in this movie, I was actually very interested by. But those are actually the only two plotlines of the movie I was investigated in. And so yeah, for the most part of the movie I was actually not that interested. And I would even say that this movie was kind of boring for me. Luckily, another positive of this movie was the third act. The third act was still very good. And I think that the third act actually saved this movie for being a complete disaster in my opinion. And a last positive I can say, I know not many positive things to say in this for this movie, but like I said, I don't know who the director is, I'm not familiar with him, but he did some interesting camera work, especially in some driving scenes. The way he moves with the camera in the car, outside the car, I think that was very cool. He did some cool stuff with that camera work. But those are actually my positives. I have mostly negatives to say about this movie, and my first negative is that this movie is actually not written so well. I wouldn't even say that it is badly written. Like the whole screenplay, first of all, the whole story of this movie was, yeah, it was jumping the shark. We have to be honest in that, and also all the dialogue between the cast members, it was just very poorly, and they're always saying the same things. Every movie, the dialogue is always the same, and it feels like they are not really changing anything. And that results that the characters, who always return every movie, yeah, they're not so layered anymore. They are just the character we know, and they do the things we expect from the character. So not much change in that. So and the interactions they have, it's all we have seen before. So it's not the best written movie in the franchise at all. Second negative, and this is perhaps my biggest negative, was the villain. Like, I like Jason Momoa. I think Jason Momoa is a phenomenal actor. I think he always enjoyed the roles he take on. But I expected big things from Jason Momoa as the villain in this film, but he did not deliver. The motivations of the villain are good, but the way they portray Dante Reyes as the villain, I don't know. It just don't feel right. He is he's too much there. He becomes a bit of a joke. Like we cannot take him seriously. He is not even a serious villain. He is always so playful in his actions, and the things he say is so van, yeah, they killed your father in the 5th movie, and this is how you deal with it? With playing around? No, this does not feel right as the villain. Like, during the movie I always thought like, this is more like some villain we expect in an animated villain. And they put that villain from that animated movie in a Fast and Furious movie. And then they exaggerated him. And it just don't feel right. And actually, it was so annoying to see him that it was starting to ruin the movie for me. So that was a shame. Because I expected big from him. But yeah, they did him all wrong. And also, the movie, there is a lot going on in this movie, and sometimes it feels like it's a bit too much. Like, the character Shaw is back, played by Jason Statham. Really like that, but he was there for only one scene and then he disappeared. And so, okay, fine. And also the plot line with the characters of Roman, Taj and Han was not interesting. I didn't care for those characters in this movie. Also, there was a plot twist in this film. It was kinda interesting, but the way they edited that plot twist, it felt like it is a plot twist you would see in your typical Saw film. If you see this movie and you know what a plot twist in a Saw film is like, you will understand me. It felt a bit yeah, weird to see that. Also, the movie ends with a cliffhanger. Uh, we stay behind with a lot of questions, and I don't know. Yeah, obviously there will be a new movie to answer that. According to Vin Diesel, we would even have 2 more movies. So, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I couldn't care for the cliffhanger. It was a stupid way to end the movie. Let's just say that. And also, in the very last scene, we also got a surprise. And I don't know what to feel about that surprise. Something in me is like, oh, nice. But also, really? Do we really have to do this again? This is not new, and I don't know what to think about this surprise. So, yeah, a lot of this movie just didn't work for me. And I was not entertained by the movie at all. Besides the third act and the plot line with Uncle Jacob. But so yeah, guys, I cannot say that I'm a fan of this movie. Like I said, after the 7th movie, most of these films feel very unneeded, and this 10th movie is absolutely very unneeded. And I cannot say that this. I do not like this movie. I'm gonna put it like that. Not a fan, and yeah, I hope the franchise ends very soon because it's getting too much for me. Especially if this is the quality we are now at, then I hope it ends soon. So guys, this is my review for Fast X. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy the movie. If you do, please let me know. If you do not, always be free to share your thoughts about the movie. Very happy to read those, and yeah, so I guess this was Fast X. So don't expect a very high position in my ranking, which I will post very soon as well. So see you in that video, and till the next time.